After all my endless studies, I can say with 100% certainty, you only really need two 30-minute price windows. Each of these blue lines, and every single one of those lines is a turnaround time in a specific 30-minute window that took place successfully. If you do a little bit of counting, every single day, one of my turnaround times happened successfully. 3 out of 5 days, you get 2 of them. And then 4 out of 5 days, you will get at least 1 turnaround time. Now, before you go into the comments claiming that what I'm going to be teaching here is turnaround times and macros, remember, go check out the first YouTube video I posted on this channel 3 years ago. Right now, pause it and check it out. I'll wait. So you can see, I've been at this a long time. Before most people you even follow now and look up to advice were even thinking about trading ICT. I've been down the rabbit hole into IPTA, look back periods, breakaway fair value gaps, time formation, patterns. But once you see what I'm going to teach you in this video, the algorithmic fingerprints just sing. The first one is going to be 10:45 to 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So just like ICT, anytime I talk about time on my channel, I'm going to be referring to Eastern Standard Time. First study right here. Blue is the New York session. 10:45 to 11:15, the first turnaround time. Macros and kill zones can never be wrong because they are simply stating that something will happen. Something always happens whether you're trading gold, Bitcoin, silver, the Dow, YM, NASDAQ, S&P 500, Tesla, whatever it is. Forex, something always happens because candlesticks are always moving, right? When I first got into prop trading, there was a lot of shady companies, kind of like there is now. Right now, the prop firm space is very volatile. There are companies doing a lot of predatory things. So basically what I do instead of everyone else, I offer you an exchange. Use my code or my link, and I will guarantee that the prop firms on my website you can trust 100%. I have paid out a lot of traders. Let's say you follow the rules and then they're just being predatory and won't pay you out. This is what I do. I step in and I pay you out of my own pocket. So using my code acts as an insurance for your funding payouts. Essentially, a macro and a kill zone can never be wrong because always something will happen. A liquidity will be ran, a fair value gap will be filled, a inducement could happen. You know, always candlesticks are always moving. That's the nature of it. The following next day, 10:45 to 11:15. Beautiful, perfect reversal there. And you can see this was a trend day up, so it did not manifest the second reversal. Now let's go back in time here. And because I am a true trader, I don't have to try to prove anything to you. I don't have to try to get you into becoming, if you want to, that's cool, but I don't need you guys' money. I don't care if you like me. I'm just here to help some people. 10:45 to 11:15 a.m. Eastern Time. Now this one actually has a second reversal during the second turnaround time. There's actually more turnaround times, but I just thought for this video, I would start with 2. Now, the first one here is because of major news events, 8:15 to 8:45. We all know that's increased volatility. You ICT people are kind of not trades, which is crazy because back when I first started teaching or learning and teaching ICT, we were told that by him that these are the best times because of the increased volatility. While there was always a risk of manual intervention, it was the biggest possible to get in the market during a whole month, 2 months, maybe even 3 months at a time. FOMCs, CPI. I actually had hit a CPI trade back before prop firms got messed up, where they would let you build up sim profits, and I was able to withdraw $36,000 from a Bullnox, which is a Apex type prop firm back in the day. So it ended up actually blessing that I learned that way. Second one, let me explain to you what essentially is going on here. So I did not come up with this. I have just the new age version of it. So essentially what's going on around right here is, like in this image here, you have the turnaround time, 10:45, 11, and then it moves up, and then 12:45, 1:15 reverses. What happens here is this would be your what institutional traders would refer to as an AR. What is an AR? This is an afternoon rally. There's a folks tale around why that the institutions were short on the way down. Lunch is coming up. They realize that they got to get out. They don't want to leave the position on during lunch. So they exit, causes a massive buying influx, and then they come back from lunch and they put their short back on. That's what they claim. I don't know. I've just talked to some floor traders and that's what they claimed. How true that is, I don't know. But I know it does show up in the price action. If you're not familiar with ICT or time and price, why is this important? So the major reason why this is important is because of the kind of candlesticks that we use. So we use time-based candlesticks. If you think about how could a candlestick actually become bigger than the rest, the only way that it could actually become longer, either up or down, is that essentially for every second the candle is being formed, it would have to move faster. Candles, essentially one candle's this long and then this candle's that long. That means that the candle on the left here moved much faster, either in the beginning, middle, or end, or all of it, than this candle right here. So this makes it great for finding areas that need to be redelivered. Displacement and price is only measurable through time and price paired together. The larger the candle, the faster the price move. Time allows us and the algorithms to measure the speed of price. And by doing that, it allows the algorithms to measure the volatility and now here is a chart, which you can take a picture of this, of all the different possible influxes in volatility, what I would refer to as macros. These are not turnaround times. These are macros based on institutional order flow throughout the day, coming in and out of the market. Big market participants, the smart money moving in and out of the market. You have the European market open at 2 to 4 a.m. Eastern time. 8:30, this is US economic data releases. 9:30, you have the US market opening. 11 to 12, you have the European market close. And at 2 p.m., you usually have a Federal Reserve announcement. Schedule releases from the Federal Reserve, such as meetings, minutes, interest rate decisions, CANCAR's market volatility. And then 4 p.m., you have the market close. And then the third Friday of every month, you also have an influx of volatility. Now, most people in the new age ICT, I would say Mike from a different class of ICT traders. When he was the ghost in the machine, man, that guy was amazing. And then you could just really hear it in his voice, and you could feel it that he wanted to actually help you. Now, reversals on the top of the hour, also known as macros. Most reversals typically happen at the top of the hour. Now, if we go look at, and just hop on Twitter real quick or YouTube, and we'll just search ICT macro, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. These two are not built the same. Okay, now here is what your ICT educator would be teaching you about. So here they are. These are the macros that they would be teaching you about. So you have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just the top of the hour. It's kind of silly, honestly. You guys, if it helps you, cool, but I usually do look for something to happen then too. If I'm in the market, every second of the candle, I'm probably looking for something to happen. Okay. The whole goal and the reason I started this community is to filter out traders and find like-minded traders to then join the other profitable traders and create a ultra profitable mastermind for traders that want to get to the next level. There's always the next level in trading, whether you're making $1,000, $100,000, $1 million a month, whatever it may be. There's always the next level, and we want to keep climbing. The link is in the description. You can join for free, but I got 50% off right now. I would just hit it up as soon as you get in there. Code is MMG, and I'll see you guys in the charts. Peace out. Into looking at the second macro here. As I got you, the second turnaround time. We don't trade in macros. another 1045. This one is absolutely perfect. It just did it instead of reversing. So you give it a 30 window because I like really tight, small time windows, but you honestly could probably give these 2 turnaround times and have both of them be successful 4 out of 5 days of the week. If you went from a 30-minute window, you gave it an extra 15 minutes on each side, I would almost guarantee that you would get 2 reversals almost every 90% of the days. But I don't like to trade that way. I don't like the macro because it makes the specialness of price action. And you should be really selective with what we're doing. We want to lower the entropy, remove randomness, remove more. We want to boil this trading down until everything evaporates, until we have just the basic, which can be down to its smallest, most refined application in the charts, so that we don't make mistakes, that we trade at a high win rate and a high reward rate, and we make fucking money. You see again, here's another reversal. So right here, you see something that's extremely algorithmic about this turnaround times. It's how they fingerprints that are left behind that lead me to believe it's very algorithmic. Okay, then right here is to 11:15. Look at how like on the dot there, like I gotta turn back on. Notice this with another macro, which we'll have to get into another day, that actually I quit my job trading every single day. Actually one of my popular videos when I was teaching ICT concepts. So you may be asking, well, why don't you teach ICT concepts anymore? Well, be honest with you guys. I liked ICT when he was the ghost in the machine, when everyone was like, and when he was a grain. And then was a loyal ICT until 2022, when his YouTube went from like at the beginning of 2022 from 20,000 subscribers till the end of it, he had over 1 million subscribers. What really sent me over the top is when he published the 2016 through 2018 membership on his YouTube channel. He just dumped it. And I was like, oh, it's over. That's it. Because most of the really ICT concepts are in years. The rest, 2022 compared to those, is very, very bad. Any of the mentorships that you've done with him since 2022 are very, very compared to those two. Two are his essentially last full courses, where they were for a paid community. They were delivered and taught to a paid community. It's his last paid content that he put out for his mentoring. A lot of you guys don't know, we paid $150 per month for 12 consecutive months. After that, you got it free for life forever, right? Then every year after that, you could keep returning, which came out to about $1,800. I felt it was at least 3,000-4,000 members coming into 2018-19. Maybe 3 to 5. Once you get into the thousands, you go like 3,000 per year. You got times, that's $5.4 million. He became uber popular, that the retail traders were gravitating towards this like hot on rice. I tried teaching. I posted a lot of videos. I think I posted videos for a year. I didn't want to trade with those guys. I want to trade against them. That was my whole thing. I wanted to fade the trendline traders, not have the trendline traders become ICT traders. ICT was the new retail, and that then would become the new liquidity for true, real smart money. That's just the way it goes. Like back in the day, chart patterns were a new thing that came in and took like market profiles. Same thing with indicators. Came in and then took the pattern trader's lunch. And then whoever gets their lunch taken becomes the liquidity for the new evolving trader. And this is how the market has always been. As far as the algorithm goes, we can get into another video. I can show you the things that no one has seen. That's a fact. I'm going to break it down to you step by step. I'm going to give you my exact trading model, the SIR trading model. This is the structural invalidation reversal entry model. You can trade it on a high time frame, catch really big moves. I mainly like to do it is use it for after price is redelivered, price is then shown up to where I expect it to reverse during my turnaround time. I drop down. I then look for this exact entry method. Prices come into the turnaround time. Now, the advanced market structure I teach is a little bit different than the market structure you're probably taught. What I consider a advanced market structure is not intermediate term. I actually up with new ICT concepts. I came with ITOB back in the day. You can ask some of my OGs that I was first one. This to a high, taking out those highs. That makes this a strong low. I'm not going to look to get short until I see that break. There it is, right there. Now, once that breaks, I'm then going to grab my fib, boom, and then I'm gonna look for a 70 to 80% retracement above the premium line. I call it this, refer to this as kind of like a lock zone here. Now, something a big component is, I'm not gonna set a limit order there. I feel like that's a way of guessing and not how a professional trader should trade. I'm gonna wait for price to visit my area. Then I wanna see it take out the previous candle's low to give me center in there. Prints about ticks 2.6, 3.4 R on average. I'm gonna look for price to redeliver and essentially rebalancing the price action. It should go back continuing in the original direction of the morning trend. And I'm not sure if this is gonna work or not. I just pulled up the time I saw it. It might not even get to target. We'll have to see here. It's running out of time. Nope, there it goes. All right, so $21,000 with only 3 NASDAQ contracts on, with a fairly small amount of risk, like a very small amount of risk. It's 27 points of risk for a total of 11. A lot of people are big teachers of 1R. I can't even set a straight face. This is so silly. 1R, guys, are we retarded? Are you mentally slow? You just like not making money or what? Like if you could, you would. More money and have bigger RR trades and successful, you would. They are missing what I know. They're lacking. So this is the JKT turnaround time part 1. There will be a part 2. If you want to get funded and trade with me, I have a Discord community, but hit it up in the description. I will catch you guys in the charts. Peace out.